Carson City, Nevada.
From First Presbyterian Church, where we are opening the gospel to Carson City and beyond, it's the Mary and Sherry Show. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good day to all of you.
Howdy out there in podcast land.
Glad to spend this time with you today.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We have a really important first announcement.
That we do. Thank you. We have a part-time contract position open for a choir accompanist. The job is to accompany the choir 1 to 3 times per month at Sunday worship services and 2 to 4 rehearsals per month on Thursday evenings. Skills and experience playing choral anthems or other experience accompanying groups is required. And the contract is through 12/31/2021, so the end of this year.
Yes, you have to be able to play more than the knuckle song. That leaves me out.
Yeah, I can play a little more than that, but I'm not applying.
So this is a big deal.
It is. It really is. We've had just wonderful music recently, and we want to continue that. So we definitely need somebody to fill in here. We're going to ask you to contact Jacque Dyer for more information. I'm going to have her email address and phone number right below in the description, and it will be in the bulletin, in Sunday's bulletin. So go ahead and take a look at that if you're interested. Yeah. And along with that, Chancel choir practices are going to start up again Thursday, September 9th.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, I believe that's 7 p.m. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I know it's September 9th. I believe it's 7 p.m.
Everyone, come on out, be in the choir.
Hey, even if, you know what, if you love singing.
Yes.
But you're like, oh, I don't have the best voice.
Yeah.
I love to sing. I don't have the greatest voice, but I've got a good choir voice. Like I can, if somebody's in my ear at the right pitch, I can.
It's all about blending, I would imagine. It's not,
right.
This is not a solo opportunity here.
No.
Yeah, we're not doing any Chuck Berry stuff.
So if that brings you joy and it's a way for you to raise a joyful noise to the Lord, come on down. Come on down. We'd love to have you.
We would, really would.
Mm-hmm.
Really would. Love having a big choir up there.
Yeah.
So this is big deal. Chancel Choir, September 9th. And we needed... Yep, that's it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She said it. All right. Onward. Communion. Same as it's always been. Until further notice. We're gonna get up and we're gonna go up front. Yep. We don't need to say anything else. Nope. Same as it's always been this last COVID-y months.
Although just one little change. Just a reminder, if you are practicing a gluten-free diet and you'd like to partake in communion, come see me. I'll take care of you.
She'll take care of you.
All right. Next opportunity. We're always full of opportunities here because we believe that spreading the gospel is an active participation project.
Totally.
This isn't a handful of people just taking everything on.
This is your church.
Correct. And we've got a very...
Well, God's church, but you understand what I mean. Sorry.
Right. Yes.
Sorry, we're a little off this morning. Great Cloud of Witnesses project.
Let me just interject to say what you don't see is the first, 3-4 minutes we did that we completely had to stop and redo because nothing was right.
Right, and we forgot to turn on the recorder.
Yeah. The Great Cloud of Witnesses project. We're going to begin filming people after church. It's a wonderful project. It's quick.
Yeah.
It's easy. Promise you, no pain. All that we need from you is you, and if you happen to have your Bible, that would be great. I love having people with their own Bibles because that's a real, that people have marked up their Bibles and tagged them and all this, and that's
and you have special things.
It's like a diary of your walk with Jesus.
Yeah.
And so if you have your Bible with you, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. It's simply just sharing a passage or a verse that has really meant a lot to you. How easy is that, Mary?
Love it.
Easy.
All
So
right.
we're going to start grabbing people off the street or off the coffee cart.
That's right.
That's going to start happening. So just be prepared that you're going to be approached about that.
All right. That's awesome. September is coming. It's right around the corner. And just a reminder, the Believe Sunday School Extravaganza with Bill Rose starts Sunday morning, 8:30. Oh, Sunday, September 12th.
And there will be coffee and donuts. There will be coffee and donuts. He says, what's a Bible study without coffee and donuts?
I'm liking Bill Rhodes better and better and better.
Right? Yep.
I might have to abandon praise team.
I don't think they'd forgive you for that.
And also the Forgotten God Pastor Study, 10 o'clock in the morning, Wednesdays.
Starting September 8th.
Yep.
And then also 6:30 p.m. right here. In the morning, fully live. In the evening, live and Zoom. So you can show up in the evening if that's convenient for you, or you can just click in on Zoom.
That starts September 8th.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We can look forward to season 2. I've got a story to tell with Dan Skinkus. We began filming that, and so pretty soon here you're going to see those come out. And also season 2 of The Story Behind the Hymn with Faye Wheeler. She's got more wonderful pieces to share with us.
Excellent. I look forward to all of those. And also September 11th, that's a big day. That's the Advocates. That's a Taste of Downtown. We support advocates against domestic violence. And that's one of our outreach ministries. So buy a ticket, even if you don't want to go.
And I said we have one more big important September 11th thing. But before we get to that, I just want to say, be sure you're here this Sunday. Be sure you stay after church for fellowship time. We've got a special surprise, and I'm going to leave it at that. You're just going to have to... The anticipation. You're going to love it. It'll be great. But anyways, Mary, why don't you go ahead and introduce this next bit?
All right, our next bit is a really special interview that we did, and it's about Zephyr Point. Our workday is September 11th, and that's all I'm going to say at this point. Well, we have such a wonderful surprise today. We have 2 fantastic guests. I'm so happy that they're here. Joanna Kaiser and her lovely daughter, Hannah. These are Jane and John Hancock's daughter and granddaughter. And they are here to talk about Zephyr Point. They have really a lot of meaningful experiences being up there for years and years. And remember, September 11th is our work weekend up there for the fall. So sign up, talk to Grace Speicher, and I'm going to ask these gals some questions about why this place is so awesome to them. So, Joanna, I'm going to start with you. You went there for camp, right?
For camp as a middle schooler. I might have been a 9th grader. Because I grew up at First Presbyterian, and we grew up going to Clear Creek and Calvin Crest.
I remember Clear
Creek. And Bob Wood, for those of you who remember Bob Wood, he was our youth pastor. And for me, as my life as a Christian, I think of my parents, and I think of Bob Wood, and I think of Zephyr. Mm-hmm. And then when I went to college, I was involved in ministry too. But that was like, I think of First Presbyterian in my Christian life. I'm a visual thinker, and I think of First Presbyterian as the roots of my Christianity. And I actually asked Jesus into my heart at Zephyr.
That is awesome.
I will never forget it. And even though, of course, I grew up coming to church, that's when I made my decision, was up at Zephyr. during one of the praise times. So Mary as a musician.
Right.
The just the ministry of the music and the location and yes. So Zephyr always held a special place in my heart. So when my daughters had the opportunity to go and all their friends, I was like, yes.
So Hannah, when did you start going up there?
I started going sometime early elementary school. I think I went to the day camp for 3 years, and then the overnight camp starting when I was in 6th grade, I think for like 5 or 6 years. So this summer working as a camp counselor was, I think, my 10th year, spending at least a week up at Zephyr.
Wow, but you were up there all summer.
Yes, I got the privilege to work at Zephyr all summer. I was a camp counselor, so we lived up there for 8 weeks, me and 20 other college-aged kids, and we served on as working at the day camp, which is what I did. I was a day camp counselor. There was other of us that worked with the older kids as part of one of the older counselors with the adventure in the high camp, and then we also had baristas working at the coffee shop on campus.
I mean, how awesome is that? You know, people all over the world want to live at Lake Tahoe, and you gotta live right there on the shores.
Wonderful.
Well, did you have any kind of really wow moments this summer when you were working, or was just every day a blast, or what?
I think every day was full of a lot of wow moments. It was particularly powerful for me since, similar to my mom, Zephyr was, when I think of my faith, like it stemmed a lot from the First Presbyterian and then from Zephyr Point, the experiences I had up there as a camper. So every day I was just so ecstatic to be able to give other kids that same opportunity and to watch them both grow in their faith as I grew with them as a counselor and got to know them over the weeks, but also as I got to work with my fellow counselors and continue to grow in my faith through my experiences with them. So every day was full of wow moments.
You're like giving me goosebumps. It's like, I want to go to your camp.
And she had a life-changing moment too in terms of her future profession.
Yes,
well, all because of Zephyr.
You know what? I was gonna bring that up because I wanted to say, you know, what a blessing both of you are, because you're a teacher. I'm a retired teacher. And what did you decide when you were at Zephyr?
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. That was one of the definite standout moments of the summer. I've been debating kind of what I wanted to do for like my career for a really long time. I knew I wanted to help people, wasn't sure which faucet that would be. And for the last 6 months or so, I've thought law school for sure. But over the summer, I kind of started debating like, oh, maybe I should go into education. And then I was really praying about it, couldn't really decide, and then midsummer I was talking with another counselor about our experiences with our trail talks, which was when we teach the kids about Jesus, and then I was like looking at all the kids as they were like playing on the docks, and I really felt like God was calling me into education, and so now I'm going to be a teacher like you two wonderfully ladies.
Well, I know your mom is a fabulous teacher, and I know you will be too.
Thank you so much.
It makes me very excited when I meet, you know, young people like yourself that are like, I'm gonna give it a shot, and you know, even if you work for a year and then become, you know, a car mechanic, that's all right too. You know?
I don't think you'd want me fixing your car. I don't think it would go very well.
So I mean, that is just so fantastic. You know, if everyone wonders why we support that camp so heavily, here's your answer right here. And all of the people that have gone through that camp up there, and seminars and weekends, just learning how to be, you know, having a closer walk with thee, basically.
Yes, so I would go up with my whole friend group. We would all go up to the camps together, and even now, I think that really bonded us closer as friends to have that like shared faith amongst each other. And even if we weren't up at camp, we would be doing Bible studies together. And even now, when we all get together, we're all in different places. Like I think I'm the only one of us who went to UNR. We still talk about how the shared memories we had at Camp Zephyr and are still very much bonded through that faith, which really stemmed from the weeks we spent together up at Zephyr Point.
I can imagine. I mean, and Joanna, I'm sure you probably remember that same feeling of just groundedness and waking up to that beauty every day. And
Yeah. And I just, again, the Presbyterian Church with supporting that through me, I just think of it as generational, the
Yes.
impact it's had on me.
Yes.
And as a mom with Hannah and all of her friends and Hannah's younger sister, Julia, all of their friends every summer would go up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a powerful, that community of faith, because they
Yes.
all went to different churches.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love it.
they would continue doing Bible studies throughout the year together. And
Yeah.
it was all because of
Of-
First Presbyterian and
Wow.
Zephyr Point. As a mom, I just can't thank you guys enough. Because
Seriously.
even now,
Mm-hmm.
some of their friends who their kids still go because they have younger kids.
Yeah.
And their kids are still going.
Mm.
And being in the school district, parents will say, "How can I get my child on that list? It's
Yes.
already full." I mean,
Yes.
it's
Wonderful.
such a ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, did your sister go up this summer?
No, she didn't go this summer. She couldn't go this summer, going into her senior year, and
Yep.
also with
She was
COVID,
working.
and there were some differences between which camps we were able to run. The overnight camp that I always did, we actually weren't able to run this summer. For the older kids, we did a backpacking camp and then
cool.
an adventure camp, which was kind of like the day camp, except for they would do more older kid activities like canoeing and hiking and rock climbing. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, still able to work around it, but it wasn't exactly the same camp I did. But I know there was talk of bringing that one back next year. So
yeah,
hopefully we can.
absolutely. Well,
they're
and
all
she knew
wonderful.
that her big sister was up there, and you were probably standing there with a toilet brush, like, "Come here, Julia. This is what you're gonna do."
You want to clean our bathroom?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to camp.
No.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Well, and both of them, because I think you were a third grader when you started.
I think I was
and
a third
Julia
grader.
was a first grader.
Yeah.
So they have both been going every single year
Mhm.
until COVID.
Until
And then they
COVID,
didn't get to go last summer.
Yeah.
And then this summer, the camp, like you said, was a little different, and Joy had a
Yes.
job.
yes.
But,
yeah.
So, but I know
every year. So
even she talked about coming back and being a counselor,
Yes.
and I know a lot of the counselors will be
Cool.
siblings. Actually, one of the wonderful women who works up there, her older sister was one of the most influential counselors in my life, and so it was just really fun to see all those familiar faces and see how Zephyr really is a generational thing and impacts so many people, and it was incredible to be a part of.
And it's so important to have those resources. So important, especially in this day and age. So I want to really thank both of you. I mean, you know, you had to drive down from UNR. I know you're busy. The school year has started. So thank you so much for coming and sharing your experiences. And, you know, way down the road, we'll have you back when your little girl's up there and you
Yes.
have a
Yes.
cane. And
I would
I'm in a
love that.
wheelchair.
I would love it.
it's still hard to get up those stairs. I
Yeah.
guess.
It is.
Oh,
It's
even
still hard
for
to
me,
get up those stairs.
last week it was just as hard as the first week, so very hard.
So thank you for coming in.
Of course.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having
Thank you
us.
for
Thank you so
Presbyterian.
much. It really has touched my life so much.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
hope more kids can.
And you may not all see, but the impact that First Presbyterian has,
Mhm.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways, that was such an awesome interview with Joanna and Hannah. It was just
And once again, I had the privilege of being here to film it, so got to experience it live, and it's
they're just wonderful people, and they just brought such a positive message, as you just heard, and we need to have them back in here.
yeah.
They were fantastic to work with, as always.
So go ahead and see Grace Speicher if you have any questions about getting involved in supporting that. Well, ooh, stereo today. It's YouTube, so we invite you to like, subscribe, and have a great week. God bless. Take care.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. I just wanted to do a special shout out to a good friend of mine, Nanette Heckler, out in Georgia, who is watching our podcast faithfully every week. Nanette, we really appreciate the support, and we're hoping you're having a wonderful day out there.
Thanks, Nanette. Good to have you on with us.
That's right.